Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Rainbow Crew is an ongoing interview series that celebrates the best LGBTQ+ representation. Each installment showcases talent working on both sides of the camera, including queer creatives and allies to the community. Next up, we're speaking to former Hollyoaks actor and LGBTQ+ ally David Tagg about his role in new film Departures. Get ready to see Hollyoaks hunk David Tagg like you've never seen him before, as he stars in a new LGBT+ feature film focusing on a toxic relationship. The actor has taken a lead role in Departures, a Manchester-based film exploring a passionate affair that turns sour. Departures tells the story of Benji, played by writer and co-director Lloyd A. Morgan, who struggles to move on after a painful split from his ex-partner Jake. David takes on the part of Jake, a man in denial about his sexuality as he insists on only seeing Benji on weekend trips in Amsterdam, away from prying eyes. Digital Spy recently caught up with David for an exclusive chat about the new film and his Hollyoaks exit as fan favorite Silver McQueen. How did your involvement in Departures come about? I first did a short film with Lloyd A. Morgan and co-director Neil Eli back in 2019. I was still on Hollyoaks at the time. Then I worked with them again on another project called White Wedding, which was an LGBTQ+ horror musical short, and that was great too. We've remained friends since. I had to still audition for this role in Departures, but I think Lloyd and Neil had quite a clear view of what they wanted the characters to be like. So I think I was in good stead to get the part, luckily. What attracted you to the role? It was something that was so different from anything that I'd ever done before. My character Jake is bisexual, and I'd never played a character who is struggling with his sexuality before. I thought it'd be a really good challenge. How would you describe Jake? Jake thinks he's an alpha male, and he portrays his masculinity through his physicality and how he treats people. He's almost in denial. He loves his girlfriend, and he loves women. But at the same time, he has this inner secret that he can't show to the public. It was a really interesting part to play. It was trying to get that balance of trying not to show Jake as too much of a dick, but at the same time, showing how he's battling with the softer side to him. It was very complex and difficult to play, but I really enjoyed it. Jake doesn't win many friends as the story progresses. Do you see him as more than a nasty guy? I think like anybody in life, whoever you come across, if they're a bit of an arsehole, there's always some underlying issue. There's often a defense mechanism or some childhood trauma. What we tried to portray is that Jake is a dick in the sense that he's very sure and very arrogant in who he is. At the same time, he has suffered a lot in his life. This is his way of defending himself, to a certain extent. I'm hoping that the film brings that across, that people empathize with him as well as dislike him. Did the Departures team let you put your own stamp on the character of Jake? 100%. That was another thing I really loved about the film. It was so collaborative. Lloyd and Neil brought me in on every aspect of the film, even casting to a certain extent. Lloyd had a guide for the script. We would read it and get a gist of what the scene was about. But then we turn the cameras on, let it run, and see what happened. I think that's what makes it feel so realistic and natural. How long did it take to shoot the film? It took us a long time because we could only really film during the weekends, just due to everybody's scheduling and trying to get everybody together. We started last April or May, and we did the odd weekend here and there. I think I did about 11 or 12 days in total. We even went to Amsterdam to film for a weekend, which was really good fun. Other parts of the film were shot in the Lake District, although it was supposed to be summertime in Amsterdam. There's a scene where we're both swimming in a lake. That was supposed to be a summer's day, but I think it was about 3 or 4 degrees outside then, and we were getting in the water. So it was a great experience, but that was hard. Laughs. Overall, it was such good fun. How would you describe the relationship between Benji and Jake? Are there genuine feelings there? It's left a little bit to the audience's own perception of that. Maybe in other circumstances, if my character didn't have a wife or girlfriend, or if they weren't in his hometown, there may have been more of a spark or more of a long-lasting relationship. But I think because Jake has so many deep-seated issues, he would never let it go any further than sex, or the odd kiss here and there. We did, specifically for 2 of the days. I had to do a scene with former Coronation Street star, Kimberly Hart Simpson, who played a prostitute. So we had a little bit of intimacy there. Then with me and Lloyd, obviously we have a few intimate scenes. The intimacy coordinator was just there, on hand, to make sure everyone was safe and everyone was comfortable. I'd actually never worked with one before, so it was quite interesting to do all of that. Hollyoaks star Tyler Conti, who played villain Abe Fielding, is also in the film as one of Benji's friends. Yes, that was the first time I'd met Tyler. He's a really nice guy. We've kept in touch since. I think I'll see him again when we show the film at the BFI in London. On that note, the film has some big screenings coming up. Do you have high hopes for it? I do, actually. I'd like people to see me in a different light, which is what I was trying to achieve. Obviously, I'm very grateful for my Hollyoaks opportunities. But to break that Hollyoaks mold, I feel like this is a really good vehicle for that. We've already had some really nice reviews from a couple of people already, and it seems to be gaining a lot of momentum. I have a good feeling that this will take me to the next level. Will you do more projects with the same team? I absolutely love working with Lloyd. He is such a good director. The short film we did back in 2019, they've got a view to making that into a feature film as well. So fingers crossed that we'll start production towards the middle of this year. I know they have a couple of other projects on the go as well, so I'm hoping that I'll have little parts in there as well. How do you look back on your Hollyoaks exit now? Are you sad that your time there ended with Silver McQueen's death? With the Hollyoaks exit, I don't regret it at all. I had an amazing time there, but it definitely had come to its end. Because I was in such a good show that was renowned around the country, I naively thought that I would have walked into something else afterwards. Don't get me wrong, I've worked plenty and I'm very happy with the stuff that I've done. But I really want to get my teeth into something juicy now. I'm ready to take the next step. I don't regret leaving, but it has been harder than I thought it would be afterwards. Have you enjoyed the variety of projects since leaving? 100%, because I've had some crazy experiences. I did a couple of commercials. I had to skydive on one of them, which I've never done before. I did meet the Richardsons. I worked with John Richardson on that, which was really good fun. I've done a Channel 4 docufilm where I play a Salford gangster. That's not out yet, but I'm looking forward to seeing that as it was really good fun. And then just working with Lloyd and Neil on these shorter projects and bigger projects. Again, I wouldn't have been able to do these if I was still on Hollyoaks. I'm really happy that I got to have all of these experiences. Would you be interested in another soap? If the right part came and they asked me, I would definitely take it up. Coronation Street or Emmerdale are the ones that I've always wanted to get into. I did Emmerdale years and years ago, but I was only in it for 1 episode. But I'd love to do one of the soaps again. It just depends on whether the right part comes along, so we'll see. Who do you stay in touch with from Hollyoaks? I'm still really good friends with Jen Metcalf, who plays Mercedes McQueen. We still chat to each other occasionally. We'll grab a quick coffee and stuff like that. I'll also occasionally chat to people on Instagram. It's been a tough time for soaps recently. Do you think they still have a strong future? The television landscape is going through a bit of a change at the moment. I think it's more the way that people watch TV now is different, more than soaps not being popular. The streaming networks are becoming so prevalent that they're taking over, and people are more free to watch what they want. But I feel like soap is still a really strong staple. As soon as they adjust and adapt with how the times are moving, I feel like it will come back around in a circle and they'll hit it hard again, I do believe that. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our Hollyoaks Update YouTube channel for more update news.